So where are we going again?
I want to talk to Aunt Terry and Uncle Jeff about this and see if they know anything about it. I want to get to the bottom of this. I'm still ticked off about it. I don't think they did this, but I just want some insight.
I get it. Plus, it's also just good to like confirm, I guess. Like, did they do it?
Yeah, exactly. Because if they did it, I mean, this is a pretty big deal. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna text them that we're gonna come over and talk.
All right.
I'm gonna need you to hold something or put it on the floor or something.
Yeah.
Takes me a while to.
I know. You text very slowly. I did leave that in here.
Okay. What's that?
That thing.
Yeah, get that stupid thing out of here. It blocks my vent.
Well, you don't need it right now. I'll move it when we get home.
The other day when I went to the bank, it was like, it's awful hot in here. And I'm like, he's blocking my vent.
I mean, you could have taken it off and put it in the passenger seat. Like, it doesn't have to stay there.
I would have threw it outside the window.
Well, that's just wrong.
You're wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because you don't want to block up my vent.
Yeah, because I needed to have my phone up there.
Yeah, it's rude.
But you could literally just move it. You don't have to break it.
You always just complain.
Well, I'm not the one threatening to break somebody else's things.
Yeah, I need to trim some of these bushes down. Have you had a problem looking down there?
Not particularly.
That way's fine. It's right here, and they're on our side. It's not even his bushes that I can complain about. You know. Yeah, talk about complaining. It's just and I think it's poison ivy right there too. It is definitely poison ivy vines.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Oh, I just bought poison ivy killer.
Ah.
Now I know. Spray it all.
That'd be a good test.
Absolutely. What are you gonna film me driving?
What else am I gonna do? Like, look, he's driving. Look at him go.
Well, you could just turn it back on when we get there, you know?
I mean, I guess. Alright, looks like we are here then. Oh, there's Uncle Jeff.
Yeah. Alright, take a good look at their faces and the way they react. Because that's what's key about this, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure you try to get them on camera with their faces especially. See what their reaction is. Hello!
Oh.
About 5'5.5".
You shrunk.
I used to be 5'6". I'm going down.
I think we all shrink.
Hey, so I gotta ask you guys, do you guys know anything about this?
What?
Yeah, no, what?
Aww.
Yeah,
No. You found it like this?
yeah. Look.
Oh my God.
And there was a note in
No,
there.
we wouldn't.
We don't break stuff.
There was a note.
Yeah.
And it was rolled up?
It had a ribbon around it too.
Oops, my bad. What's that supposed to mean?
It was, the doorbell rang, We went outside and it's sitting right there in front of the door with a note in it.
You sure it didn't one of your group? Just accidentally broke it and then they left it out there because they didn't have
we had
balls enough
nothing
to
to
tell
do
you
with
they
it.
did it?
I didn't think you guys did because I mean, I know you guys, if you broke something of mine, you would pay
That's
for
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That was a
I-
light and everything.
Yeah, I love this statue. I was so proud of it too because it was like everything else was mean looking and he was. I showed Yegs it. Yegs told me I should make a little neck brace for it and a little sling and put a band-aid over his head.
Well,
kinda
yeah,
comical,
you could
but-
duct
yeah,
tape,
we didn't do it.
duct tape them in there.
I really didn't think you guys did it. I just
No.
I want to know
Why
if
would
you
they
knew.
put periods?
Do you know
after?
anything about it though? I mean, like,
No. Maybe you got some chinks in your armor and your group, your posse.
No, why would you even think
may have
that we
something
would
to
do
it.
that? I would never
No,
do
no,
that.
no, no.
You know how I feel
First of all-
about my gnomes.
well, I mean, for one, there was a note in there the same way that you guys put a note in the clown that Joe that you gave to
Copycat
Joe,
crap.
and then that note that you put in those dolls that you put at my house with the dog poop in a diaper. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well,
liked the dog poop, didn't you? Come
we
on.
had,
I didn't
we
like
had
that at
nothing
all.
to do with that. And if somebody, it's got to be one of your guys
That's what I said, you
because
got chinks
somebody's
in your armor. You
copying
better
and
check
somebody's trying to frame
check
us.
Well,
Close to home.
this was the second note we got. This wasn't even the first one. We got another long letter.
Rolled up.
No, that was just a letter. It was hanging outside the door. Again, the doorbell rang. Somebody is faster than crap because the doorbell rings, we go outside, nobody's around.
Was Weber and Kevin and Joe all there?
When the letter came, who was there? Joe was there.
I don't think
Joe was
Joe's-
there, Kevin was
Joe's
there,
gonna not be
Yegs was
fast as
there.
the wind. I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think. I don't think Joe's going to get anywhere as
Yeah.
fast. And
I
I
don't
think.
think if it Weber, I don't think he's going to move too quick too, because he's got to be pulling 325.
Yeah. So.
Well, couldn't they do it before they came in the front door to begin with?
Well, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't know that, right? Because my cameras are always, for some reason, turned off, and they were actually turned off this last time. Tom went back to the recordings for weeks.
There you
We
go.
have no idea.
Well,
It's all internal.
you know how. I
Well, not
feel
even just
about
turned
that.
off; they were unplugged.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
unplugged.
So somebody
Yeah.
knows shit. I mean, that's
Well,
the
see,
way it is.
that's my thing. It's like,
You want to sit down?
yeah, I kind of feel like. Well,
Well,
wait till I tell you this.
There's this weeknight, kick the hat.
Yeah, I don't. You're not going to believe. My theory is that Weber is connected to this somehow. Like, I know you said he's not fast or anything, but like you said that it could have been put there outside the door.
Well, what did the note say that you found? Not that one, the other one.
Oh, trying to remember everything it said. It said something about. It's written in some kind of weird format, but it was like it was a rhyme at the beginning, like basically, did you miss me? Like that kind of a thing.
And he hasn't been around much, right? Weber?
No, he just came back.
Right.
Um,
So that's almost like
That's why I'm thinking.
leading you to believe.
That's why I'm thinking he has something to do with this.
Right.
But see, there's no way he can do half of this stuff or most of this stuff without an inside guy.
Well,
So it's like, is Joe the inside guy? He swears he's not doing it, but I know that he's worked with you guys. I've worked with you guys, right? So did you just fart?
no, that was,
Oh, that was
John's
his
tail.
tail hitting the.
Why would I fart and sound like a bell?
It's kind of sound like.
If I was that good, I'd be all over the internet with fart sounds like a bell.
But yeah, so and it also said something about and that's the other thing. They could be working with those Dr. Smoke people because
But they're irrelevant. Why would they be?
well, it said their names were in that note. It said something about what did it call?
Did it give you?
Your names were in the note too. Yeah, that's what it started with. It started with something about we brought people into something that weren't supposed to be there, and I took it as it meant you guys.
And then it rattled off a long list to everyone. Larry's
Yeah.
Lounge Losers.
What did it call? What did it call them? I don't remember. But then it called the what did it call the smoke people?
Dr. Smoke is a joke. I know that one. That one
Yeah.
rhymed.
And then it said Weber is the only pure one.
But they rattled off like Kevin.
No, that sounds like
Kevin.
that
Well,
would be
say
Weber,
Kevin,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
I forget. I don't think Kevin's actually
And then it had
bad.
a PS and it said Yegs, the faster you get out, the better it'll be for you. So who knew that Yegs was
What
there?
about it, Mr. Innocent?
Who?
Kevin.
Kevin's fast. So
Right.
and he's you know, he's really close with Joe, and he's also friends with Weber, so it makes sense. And I also noticed that, you know, when I was telling him about, oh yeah, and I got a lot to tell you about Weber too. When I was telling him about Weber, he started laughing kind of weird.
Kevin did.
Yeah, which was strange. Weber called me up because he was going to come out last week, and he called me up and he said he's not coming out anymore. If Joe's there, he said either Joe goes or he goes. So he gave me an ultimatum.
Well, they never did get along.
Right.
Well, you don't like ultimatums anyway. I mean,
No,
especially when you're just trying to have a good
like,
time.
Like, who are you to tell me,
Right.
like I'm going to kick Joe out because you want Joe out? Right? I'm not going to do that. And then, this was the worst part. He said he wanted to get paid for videos. Paid.
Well, that's a little bold.
Yeah. And he said, not just for the ones in the future, he wants to get paid for all the videos he's ever been in.
Oh,
And I'm
like retroed back?
Yeah.
That's bullcrap.
Yeah, first of all, I told him and Kevin when they first came around, I said, look, we don't make enough money on the channel to pay you guys, but my pay will be beer and pizza.
Right.
It should be a pretty good deal for those guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, as much as they drink
Right.
and eat, right? So I'm like, so I just thought to myself afterwards, because I was really pissed off at the end. And then he said, F the lounge, and hung up.
Yeah, I'd have been livid over that.
Yeah, and I'm like, at first I was like, nah, this isn't him. Like it doesn't. It's either he was drunk or high or something. It didn't sound like him. But then I remembered that one time that he said "F you" to you
Yeah.
when we were playing Mafia that time. So I'm like, ooh, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny's coughing up a lung.
But I'm like, the audacity for him to ask for money when he knows that we don't get paid that kind of money that I can pay anybody.
Right.
So it's almost like, is this a prank? Like.
But
Was it a prank on me that he did?
I don't see how that's funny, though.
and they haphazardly show up whenever they want to, so it's like it's a convenience for them, but yet they want you to pay them.
Right.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I mean, Tom's the majority of the pay. I mean, you do my taxes. He's the one that gets all the money, and we do this. You know, Joe does it for Joe gets paid, and I get paid a little, but nobody. How you've seen how much we make? How can we pay anybody?
Right. I thought that they were doing it just because they wanted to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's for the fun of it. I don't understand
it changes though. You know, it reminded me of a lot of other people that I know.
When money gets
attitude, ego, all that,
and they think because they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
They think you're made of money, and it just I'm as far as I'm concerned, I don't ever want to see Weber ever again. But I you know how I process things. I go over and over and over. It's like it doesn't.
I don't think he'd be doing these things though.
Yeah, why would he do it if he wanted to be paid? You know, those guys want to be paid and everything. Why would you do that?
I don't know, right?
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to be on the inside.
But wouldn't it give him a good excuse to not show up?
If he's covering it, if he's covering himself up in a way.
You know, and that's the other thing that makes me think that maybe Joe has something to do with this. Like maybe Joe is.
Well.
Why don't you? Yeah.
You know what? It could be a lot of different people at different times. You don't know.
They all want to be paid. Kick them to the curb. You don't need them. Crap.
I
really don't know.
I mean, I want Joe.
It's been quite a while. It's been how long have we had somebody been doing stuff? Like there was stuff done in our house that was never explained.
Right.
Like that time that Joe's keys were on.
You sent that guy over the other week.
I didn't send that.
Yeah, you did. Oh, hey Jeff, there's a guy coming up. No, I didn't get that. It was just all of a sudden.
I said, don't go over Jeff's house.
Out of the shower, half naked. Nobody wants to see a 60-year-old man half naked.
Well, that's true. But I literally
brushing my mouth, spit my toothpaste all over the.
You were half naked when you went to the door.
Yeah, I didn't thought it was Jehovah's Witnesses.
Probably when you're not here, he's running around the house naked inside there.
No, I don't run anymore. I walk fast.
I don't think we needed to know this.
Is that burning a picture in your mind there, Tom?
Lord.
No, my mind is
Just
currently
the thought
blank.
of him walking fast with his balls hanging down to his knees.
All right.
Keep them tucked up with duct tape. You're good.
But
again, I just find it.
I told the dude not to come over. I said, "Yo, Jeff can be gun happy. Don't go over his house."
Right.
And he didn't listen to me.
Right.
Was taking a big chance.
I just say I was ready. I just let you know
I
that.
told him, I said, you're very isolated. It's like, you know, if he hears a noise or something.
It's like a Girl Scout, you gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
But
Well-
back to your situation. You gotta. It's kind of
I don't
awkward.
even know
It's
what-
awkward.
I don't even know what to do because, you know, when we do stuff to each other and everything, we always come clean and everything.
But
But
it's for fun. I mean, you're
I-
not trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
This almost gets to the point of.
I just don't understand. Like I said, that somebody's inside. I know that. And something doesn't make sense about Weber, especially that phone call, because it doesn't make sense for all of a sudden out of the blue, unless he was like drunk and he's a nasty drunk. I've never seen him like that. He'll drink like a few beers. He doesn't drink.
Well, that's because he's never been drive
yeah,
too, probably.
Yeah,
you know, maybe he just sits behind.
And the letters are not handwritten either. So,
No.
so somebody's afraid that you might know their handwriting?
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why every one that we've gotten, we haven't gotten one that was written out. Matter of fact, we used to get them where somebody was cutting out letters and putting them on the envelope.
Well,
Who, Jeff? Who, Tom?
yeah, you know.
Huh?
Well, Tom will owe me $1,000 if it's him.
Yeah, we've got a pact on that.
We have a pact, but see, Joe made it too, but I don't trust Joe because Joe don't ever have any money.
But that's if you could prove it. What if
Right,
if you don't catch the person?
right.
You're in a quandary here now, trying to figure out who
Well,
it is, because
I
nobody's
really-
gonna come clean.
But Tara, I believe, just like I believe you guys, if Tom broke that statue, he would tell me. He'd buy
I
me.
don't think he would
He'd buy
break
me a new
I
one.
don't
Yeah,
think he would break it.
he
I mean,
probably
even
would
if it was
feel
an
really
accident, he
bad
was
if
going
it
to own
fell.
up to it or fess up to it.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Tom.
saying. It's like,
Yeah.
Do you think they broke it on purpose, whoever broke it? Or do you
Well-
think that maybe they went to take it and they dropped it?
well, that could be too.
Technically,
'Cause
you're
you know
cool.
who
Why, is that
has-
what you did?
No, I didn't
Oh.
touch it. But
Well-
you know who has that problem?
Who?
Jackie. She
Yeah.
dropped my gnome on the cement floor and busted it to pieces.
Is your pool open yet? I know it's a little too cold, but you remember, bumps has all come over when you weren't around in your pool, right?
Now,
But I'm just saying, they could have been
Aw,
hanging
Johnny.
out. And,
yeah, I don't think so.
I know it's cold, but
I'm home every day. How would they do
yeah,
that?
that's true. About weekends.
Well, I don't know then how
I'm home
you're
on
gonna
weekends,
figure it out. Because if you don't catch them doing
No,
it,
no. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to come over and do a couple challenges tomorrow. We've been doing a lot of golf challenges with little wiffle balls out in the yard. We got like 3 holes set up, and I wanted to do a best ball game.
Need to bring a club or anything, or I mean.
Well, you can use mine. I mean,
Oh, okay. I didn't know how you're working it. But yeah, I'm
you
good.
use
And we might play games.
the real golf balls.
No, they're plastic wiffle balls.
Oh, and
Yeah.
use the.
Until the putting part, that you put a real ball
You
down and
alright?
try
Did
to
you
putt.
eat grass?
But we're just gonna play best ball.
Uh-huh.
Or if you accidentally forget,
What's that?
like somebody almost did.
Oh yeah, I was teeing off and I put my real ball down there instead of the
Whack the piss out of it?
wiffle one, and I already did my practice swing and I was ready to hit it, and it was towards Candace's house.
Oh, goodness.
Right, and it would have been towards our house and the cars.
Yeah.
And I went to go like this, and Tom's like, "Dad, I think you have the real ball there," and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, imagine if you
It's-
teed off on that one.
Even if I would have hit the pool, probably would have put a hole right in the side of the pool.
No, actually, I've seen you hit. You probably wouldn't have.
That is true. Every once in a while, though,
There
I
was
get
a
a hold
push
of
to my
one.
left that I may have hit that.
Could you imagine though if I hit it and just to say I got a hold of one and went out to the road and a car was driving by?
Oh, you'd be in big trouble.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
might have been running.
You might.
Yo, look at that
You might
little
get-
bastard.
Oh, you got a tick?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to play a game of a horse too, but we were going to name it Psycho instead.
Oh.
Play a
Yeah, I'm
quick
good.
game of that. Yeah, Yeggs is coming over tomorrow, so.
You're gonna smack him down on it too. When he goes up, we'll smack him down on it because he's a small
So
fella.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, anytime between 5, 6, anytime in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have pizza, so
That's all right.
I'm gonna get steak pizza because ever since we played 21 or blackjack over Jesse's and had that steak pizza, I have
That's-
Joe's.
that's
Isn't that
your favorite?
that's the best of it?
Yeah,
Steak pizza.
Oh yeah, gotta get some protein in there
Right.
too, you know. But yeah, we're gonna head. Yeah, I just wanted to see where you guys' mind were with this because when you come over tomorrow, take notice and see how
Oh, you know I will.
Joe is and everything. Weber's not supposed to come, so we can't question him. You should bring something up to him, to Joe.
Yeah.
You know, like to see if you can, like away from me, bring something up so that maybe you can get him to say something to you guys,
Okay.
like he trusts you.
Do you want,
Like you should say,
do you want
like,
to pull aside or not?
why don't you just say something like, "It's like, so did you do that statue? Do you have anything to do with that statue?" See if he comes clean.
Let's
to you
see
guys.
what his
Alright.
face looks like when he says
Yeah.
his answer.
Just push everybody out of the way.
I know
Jeff.
that. See, I know that. I don't know. See, he could have put it in front of that door when he came in the house too, because.
Right. And you wouldn't have been wiser.
Right.
But you get back to the unplugging of the camera system.
That could happen anytime. Because, I mean, we're outside or something. Somebody goes in to get a beer, goes to the bathroom or something like that. They could have did it any time. Who knows?
Plus, Dad messes with your electricity all the time, so he could shut your cameras off too.
I smelled cigarette smoke really bad the other day,
Did
too.
you?
I was sitting there, but it was just like one whiff. If Tom's in his room,
Tom
puff it
Did you
away.
smell
blowing
it?
it out the window. That'd be so great.
Did anybody
Tom.
else smell
You ought to
it?
do that sometime. Not even.
Was it
You don't
just
have to
you?
inhale.
It's just me.
Just-
Oh.
It's just me.
Yeah,
when you
I'd rather
drive.
not have that smell stuck in my
And it
room
was
at all.
weird because it was like a real big influx of it and then nothing right afterwards. And I was like, that was weird because that was really
That's
strong.
kind
That
of
little
neat.
bastard
huh?
So
has a
you
hunk
haven't
of
got
skin in
cigarette smoke over here at all?
No, I never get cigarette smoke.
That's weird.
The only thing I've ever had is the blinking lights.
Yeah, that happened.
And
all
I'm
the time.
finding a lot of coins.
What about the gate? Twice, the gate shuts and nobody shuts it.
Your gate?
Twice.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mhm. Go out, I mow out there, I come back, I get in the garage, turn around, get everything, get the weed whacker, go weed whack everything, come back, and the gate shut.
I told him maybe
Nobody else is around.
Jesse or JT came in and then they pulled out without
No,
like
I would-
stopping in and
no,
they
we
locked
would have
the
seen
gate.
it.
Yeah.
I was out weed whacking twice now, and the gate shut when I come back through. And you
That-
were in Florida the one time, so I know it wasn't any
it
of you
makes
guys
me-
were
It
then.
makes me think about how our TV out in the den just came on one time, all by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get
Alright.
going. So yeah, it's around 5, 6, whatever.
All right.
Whatever. We'll get started
Okay.
right after you guys get there.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, you guys have a good
Have a
night.
good night.
Yeah.
See ya.
Tom,
I
have a
think
good
I
night.
actually might do what Yeg suggested and
Yeah,
actually,
I would definitely.
because I went to try to find them on Amazon and they're unavailable.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a solar thing?
Yeah.
So would that still work? Do you know?
It does. Let me see if I can turn it on. I don't know because it hasn't been. See, it hasn't been outside.
Yeah, we've had it inside, so it hasn't been charging.
Okay, yeah, it's got to be out for a while to.
Yeah, it's on right now.
build
But
up
oh yeah,
that
it's lit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely super glue.
Yeah.
Where's the hunk off the forehead?
Yeah, put a big bandage on that.
Do you have that?
All the pieces were put inside here also.
Oh, yeah. I think somebody felt really guilty.
Well, that's what it seems like. It
Yeah.
seems like, you know, if this was,
Well, just fess up to it. That's all.
yeah,
Right.
if it was an accident, why wouldn't somebody just tell me that?
Well, yeah. Why put "oops, my bad"? Why would I not put "sorry"?
Yeah, yeah, right. Oops, my
Sign
bad.
your name.
I've heard Joe say that phrase. Haven't you, Tom?
I
I mean,
what?
yeah, but
I
I've
think
also
heard
said
you
it.
Say my bad too.
I know, I say it too, so I can't.
Hey,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
a
just,
lot of people probably say
I
that.
just think that there's a connection. I don't think he's done a lot of the stuff. I just think there's a connection that he knows more than what he's
in on-
letting on or something.
Possibly in on it, that's
Yeah.
all.
Man, now I feel like I have something
Yeah,
going on.
that's what we feel.
All right, I'm leaving here. There's a lot of bugs.
Good night.
All right, talk to you tomorrow. Black Widow spider, I just killed it.
Brown recluse earlier this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How do you know what they look like?
I took a picture of it. It was in the garage on the
I
floor.
don't think it was a recluse. It looked like a wolf spider.
Yeah.
It had hair.
It was a tarantula,
I had one out in my garden, it was like that big.
right? Black Widow?
No, a tarantula.
I don't think brown recluses are native around here.
You sure?
I don't think they are. Well, keeping a close eye on them, they doesn't look like they were lying.
No, that's what it was hard to. I don't think so either. I think I didn't think that they did have anything to do with this, to tell you the truth, Tom. I really think that they would have said something, and they would have bought me a new one.
Well, I guess that confirms that.
Because usually when we do stuff, we don't do anything that hurts anybody, you know. And when you start breaking people's stuff, you're hurting somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm at square one, and I know that, you know, I keep blaming Joe and everything, and I don't want to go. So I'm not gonna come at him or anything with it. But it's like, I really don't think that he has, put it this way, a full, like he's involved fully in this, but I feel like he's partially involved. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like he's not the guy, but
then again, I guess haven't we all been partially? Because I've done stuff to them. Maybe some.
I don't know. It's confusing.
Because I'm thinking, is somebody manipulating everybody to just do stuff to each other and nobody else is doing anything? No, somebody has to have inside information.
I'd say that'd be awful clever if that was the case.
I don't know what to think anymore. Anyway, it should be fun tomorrow playing golf and Game of Horse.
Yeah.